Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury John Mbadi has revealed that 48% of national revenue goes to debt payment. Exuding confidence in the government's fiscal trajectory, Mbadi dismissed critics of President William Ruto's regime, saying that the cost of living is neither determined in political rallies nor churches. Yusuf Abdinasir has more.
The National Treasury and Economic Planning has convened senior government officials, accounting officers, development partners, and members of the public at KICC on Monday for the launch of the financial year 2026-2027 and the medium-term budget preparation process.
Cost of living.
The Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Economic Planning, John Mbadi, who addressed the attendees, revealed that 48% of national revenue is used for debt repayment. He further stated that the government has made significant efforts to save the country from defaulting. This is despite a warning by the World Bank in its Kenya Economic Update released in May, which classified the country as being at high risk of debt default.
Economic outlook has been facing challenges, mostly as a result of debt payment and debt servicing cost. That's a fact. You have been informed that now we are consuming about 48% of our ordinary revenue is going into servicing our debts in terms of interests. That is not sustainable. However, I want to tell you that the government has also done a lot to make sure that we reduce the debt risks that was facing this country, or has been facing this country.
The chairperson of the Budget and Appropriations Committee of the National Assembly, Samuel Atandi, in his submissions emphasized the need to enhance public participation in the budget-making process, arguing that demonstrations stem from inadequate public involvement.
Honorable CS, you remember that for the last 2 financial years, there has been conflict between Parliament and the budget as tabled by National Treasury. I tend to think that if we enhance public participation better, then going forward we are not going to see conflict where the budget presented in the National Assembly is altered, or changed by members of Parliament. I think this is something that we committed to ensuring that we have a budget that is properly aligned and that there's no conflict during budget making process.
Mbadi, who dismissed critics of the Kenya Kwanza administration, stated that the drop in the inflation rate from 9.6% to 4.1%, along with the appreciation of the shilling against the dollar, reflects a reduction in the cost of living.
We also need to acknowledge and accept that a lot has happened even in the past 1 year. You'll remember that in 2022, we had inflation rates at an unimaginable percentages, 9.6%. So 9.6 has come down to 4.1. To me, clearly, that also reflects a reduction in cost of living.
All eyes are now on the Ministry of Finance to see whether next year's budget will prioritize the ordinary citizen, who for a long time has seemed burdened by financial policies and the high cost of living. Yusuf Abdinasir, KUTV, Nairobi.